Shopping the other day, went to Futako Tamagawa, H&M, and Hitomi bought me a really lovely green suit. Because I love green, don't I? And yeah, she bought me this green short sleeve shirt with white polka dots as well, which I'm currently wearing. It's very nice. So, yeah. Went to Uniqlo as well the other day and bought some ultra stretchy ankle pants. Life is good. Considering, all things considered, you know, coronavirus and all that, life is good. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Just cue the intro music. Hello, cats and dogs. Yes, I'm not even going to greet the humans this time. Meow, meow. Wan, wan. My name is Sham, Shamaneka no Shamu, not a cat. Human. I'm the owner of Green Square Cafe here in Komae, Tokyo, an Eikaiwa cafe, where you can sit back, relax, and get better at English by taking English lessons. Yes, we teach English here. Come and have a lesson. Or else. We are open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on weekends. So please stop by. Welcome to the podcast called Sham Talk. Yep, it's me, Sham, again. And I'm talking again. As always, again. Check out the website again for transcripts of the lesson again. www.greensquare.jp. That is www.greensquare.jp. Today, I am just continuing on the topic I was talking about last time, but this time we are going to talk about brands. I don't really... Some loudest car has to drive past, isn't it? As soon as I start recording, some motorhead has to drive past with his loud car. Anyway, brands, yeah. I don't really buy expensive brands, but I do have a lot of brand loyalty, as you can probably guess. Yeah, you can probably guess which brands I'm loyal to. Sony is the main one, but also Brooks of England, Vivo Barefoot, the Folio Society, and Uniqlo. Yes, I love Uniqlo. So basically, I don't really like brands that show off the brand's name. I don't want to be one of those people who wears a brand because it is a brand. I prefer to buy clothes that do not show the brand name. So I really like Uniqlo, which is a mass high street brand. And yes, Muji, which is a mid-level high street brand. Muji doesn't have a brand name, as the name suggests in Japanese, Mujirushi. But it is a little bit expensive, and honestly, their fit is a bit strange sometimes. It doesn't fit perfectly every time for me. I think when I first came to Japan, I used to love Muji as a brand and as a concept. The whole contradictory nature of their company was very interesting. They're presented as a company that doesn't have a brand name, but they have a brand name. It is highly unusual, but pretty interesting. When I first came to Japan, I used to buy a lot of things from Muji because I was just starting to change how I dressed and how I wanted to look. I wanted to dress in clothes that represented what I liked, and I decided that I no longer wanted to be a walking signboard for another company. So I didn't want anything with a logo that was instantly recognizable. And of course, I wanted something which was of decent quality. In comes Muji. Muji ticks all of those boxes. They are all of those things that I was looking for. But as time went on, I started to shop more in Uniqlo. As a brand, Uniqlo is fantastic. They are not too expensive. They are, in fact, relatively cheap. They don't display their logo prominently on their clothes, and they also do some pretty cool sports clothing. I don't want to go to the gym looking like an Adidas or Nike mannequin. I just want to look like a normal bloke. I don't want to look like I'm trying too hard or trying too hard to be cool. For me, being uncool is being cool. But for other people, being cool is being cool. But yeah, whatever. Not worrying about what people think about my clothes is cool. It's just about being comfortable, right? If I like the way I look, then I feel comfortable, and I think that is what fashion is. It is a way for you to feel comfortable, and that comfort is not just physical comfort, it is emotional comfort and spiritual comfort. It's a way of telling a story about yourself. It's a way of showing all of your experiences up to this moment. Yes, every decision that we make has this life story behind it. That's pretty deep. I am pretty deep. This podcast is pretty deep. Tell your friends. So yeah, Uniqlo is very reliable. And do you know what? Uniqlo is popular in a lot of countries. In France, in England, in America, I guess. I'm not sure actually. But I know in England and France, at the very least, they are pretty popular. Uniqlo is pretty popular. Yeah, you can always go there and find something that you like. And their new checkout system is absolutely amazing. So innovative. You just put your basket on a platform, and it uses some kind of wireless technology to calculate the total bill of everything in the basket in pretty much 1 second. That's fantastic. And I'm sure a lot of Uniqlo workers are going to lose their jobs because of it. So, yeah, good luck to you people. The problem with Uniqlo is that the layout of their shops is absolutely rubbish. It's terrible. It's awful. It's so confusing. The other day, I was looking for some gloves and a woolly hat. And I think this is an example of a time where I saw something a long time ago, didn't buy it, and completely regret it. So I was looking for some gloves, and a while ago I saw these green gloves and a green woolly hat. They matched perfectly. They were amazing. I loved them. But I didn't buy them for some reason. So I came back on this day and was looking for them, but Uniqlo didn't have them. They didn't even have a woolly hat that matched the gloves. Yeah, I was disappointed. The other problem is that the woolly hat and glove sections were spread out. There were some gloves in one section, then other gloves in another section, then some scarves in another section, then a woolly hat in another section, and another woolly hat in another section. It was like a treasure hunt. It was like you had to complete a treasure hunt to find what you're looking for. It was the worst. So, yeah, you have to be Sherlock Holmes to find what you want in Uniqlo. And even he would just give up and go home. So, yeah, Uniqlo, sort it out, please. Yeah, sort it out. I'll tell you a brand that I used to like. Zara. I used to love Zara. I used to walk in every time I passed one. But I don't anymore. because I think I've just given up on how I look completely. I don't really care how I look. Just walk around in my pajamas, wearing gloves on my feet and a vest as a scarf and sunglasses on my shoulders. Don't really care. No, I am joking. I just don't want to spend so much money on fashion, especially when I have tons of clothes already. And now my style is much simpler, as I said before. Now I just want to be comfortable and represent myself with colour. Colour, yes. And if you haven't guessed already, the colour that I chose, my favourite colour, if you haven't guessed already, that colour is pink. じゃなくて green. Yes, most days I wear green. It's almost the only colour I wear that is not neutral. Neutral colours for me are black, white, grey and brown. For me, I think those are neutral colours in fashion, but I think people will say, brown is not a neutral colour. What are you talking about? Get out of here. For me, brown is a neutral colour. And this is my podcast, so shut up. Because I just want these neutral colours and green. I don't really go into Zara very much, but when I do, I still get that old nostalgic feeling, and I still spontaneously buy something if it is on sale. Yes, I am poor. Honestly, I think Zara and Massimo Dutti shaped the style I have now. And Massimo Dutti's style is something that you can achieve in Uniqlo. It won't look exactly the same, but you can recreate it approximately. They sell some pretty cool Harrington jackets. And, oh yeah, there is one product I thought was absolutely amazing, and now Uniqlo have stopped doing it. It's just popped into my head, so I'll tell you about it now. The ultra stretchy pants. Not the jogging bottoms, but they look like normal trousers, like normal business trousers, but they were also stretchy. You can go for a run in them, but you can also wear them to go to work. They look like work pants, and they're so comfortable. They're amazing. I still wear them, but like my I don't know what colour they are. They're like stone coloured. Those ones got a stain, so I had to stop wearing them. And they were like, yeah, I've thrown them away now. But they were amazing. Anyway, yes, you can recreate the look of Massimo Dutti and Banana Republic in Uniqlo. But if you have the money, check Zara and Massimo Dutti out. Zara is maybe a mid-level street brand, and a mid-level high street brand, and Massimo Dutti is a high-end high street brand. But they are both really, really cool. I really like them. It's kind of like Gant, if you know Gant. Gant is like, they do quite upper class, where I think they're a high-end high street brand, maybe. Bordering luxury brand. But when you shop in Gant, it's a bit weird because it looks like you need to own a boat, and I don't own a boat, so I don't really shop in Gant. Yeah, anyone that shops in Gant, you walk around town and you look like you own a boat, but you're just going to the supermarket and you're not going to a boat, you're just living your normal life. I don't know. Speaking of Banana Republic, I think that was one of the last things I bought that was branded. Uso. No, I bought some Levi's jeans in France. But I bought this Banana Republic jacket when I first came to Japan, and it is still going strong. For me, a timeless look, a classic look is the best. It's much better than following fashion trends because these trends change. And before you know it, you have to renew your wardrobe again. But if you go for a classic look, if you go for something that is timeless, for example, jeans or khaki with blue jeans, white t-shirt. It's like a Lana Del Rey song, blue jeans, white shirt. Or khaki pants, khaki trousers with a polo shirt. Or, like a Harrington jacket with some trousers, even a business suit. They're classic looks. If you go for something that is timeless, you can wear it for the rest of your life. And that is awesome. And that is why I bought Levi's jeans, because before I used to buy these Gap jeans and they fit perfectly. They fit really well. They were lovely. But they would always get a hole right between my legs. So people would be able to see my underwear. And this hole would appear within 6 months of buying the jeans. 6 months. 6 months after buying the jeans, my crutch will get a giant hole and expose my underwear to everyone. And honestly, that's not what life is about. I just wanted to buy something that would last for a long time. Now, a lot of people have actually recommended Uniqlo, but I went and bought Levi's because I had never owned a pair of Levi's jeans before, and so far they are pretty good. I like them a lot. They are quite stretchy as well. So yeah, I have quite a bit of loyalty to fashion brands and electronics brands, but recently I've just been exploring the cheap brands on Amazon. There are a lot of really cheap brands and no-name brands, and they're from pretty cheap companies based in Japan and in China, of course, and in Asia in general, and they make some very cool clothes for cheap. I bought some harem pants from Amazon. Harem pants, like in Japan, you call them Arajin pants. Yeah, Aladdin pants, but yeah, they're like harem pants. They were very cheap and pretty good for summer. They're very airy. They let a lot of air around your legs, which is pretty good, pretty sweet, lads. I tell ya, yeah. Yeah, pretty good. And what was I saying? Yeah, I've bought lots of granddad shirts from these cheap brand shops, and I think I told you I bought these Japanese style shirts. Yeah, I've bought a lot of things from these online shops. They're really good. So actually, I am talking about brands, but some of the best are the ones online which have no names. My trainers, or sneakers, whatever you want to call them, have no name. I like that. They look all right. They feel all right. They work well. I really like them. They're actually better than my Skechers trainers. The Skechers trainers are really comfortable, but they tend to slip in wet conditions, whereas these cheap ones don't. So, yeah. My laptop as well was an inexpensive Chinese laptop, and it works well. So, have a look for those cheaper brands on Amazon. You don't have to buy a product from a company you are familiar with in order to get a good product. There are plenty of brands out there which are reasonably priced and work very well, so check them out. In England, when I was a teenager, one of the most popular brands and popular shops was Primark. Primark has really cheap stuff, really cheap stuff. They would be classed as a value market brand. They're really super, ultra, mega cheap. It's kind of like GU in Japan, but maybe Primark is cheaper. For me, it was like disposable clothing. You could wear it once and then throw it away, because when you washed it, it would just shrink, or the colors would fade, and it would just be bad. It would just change shape. Their clothes also never fit well. They were always, there was always something that felt off, something that felt wrong with the fit. So now I don't buy anything from value market brands because, I'm like upper class and stuff. Ooh la la. I think the best thing in terms of clothes for me, as someone who doesn't have a lot of money and someone who also likes traveling, is if you get some clothes made when you go somewhere like Thailand or Vietnam. I went to Vietnam and that was absolutely amazing. Amazing. The people are friendly. The food is fantastic. It's safe. And it was just an amazing place to visit. Each city had a new surprise in terms of language as well and just things to see. It was like a different country. Each town that we went to, it was fantastic. So yeah, while the missus and I were there, I wanted to get some clothes made, some new suits, some tailored suits, order-made suits. So in Ho Chi Minh, they measured me up. And long story short, within 3 days, the suit was finished. Well, 3 suits were finished. It was very, very cheap. And they look lovely. I got some more clothes made later on in Hoi An. Later on in the vacation. Not just suits, but some trousers, a few pairs of trousers, waistcoats, shirts, a trench coat. I bought 4 ties, 2 belts, 2 pairs of glasses. All of that cost me around 100,000 yen. Under 100,000 yen. It was an absolute bargain. And yeah, the trench coat, I mean, you basically show them a picture of something online, like a coat that you really like, and they will just replicate it. But you'll be able to choose the buttons and choose the lining inside, and it's absolutely amazing. And it's so cheap. And then when you come back to Japan, you go to like Takashimaya and you see like a trench coat. I saw a trench coat when I came back to Japan and it was 120,000 yen. Are you serious? I spent under 100,000 yen buying glasses and belts and trousers and ties, 3 suits and all these different things. And they want 120,000 yen for a trench coat. Mate, do me a favour. You're having a laugh, mate. Do me a favour. You're having a laugh. That was like 2 years ago. And I still wear those clothes now. They were really made well. They were made really well. I absolutely love them. So that's my recommendation. Go out to Thailand or Vietnam and get some clothes made. It's reasonably priced, quick, easy, and a lot of fun. When it comes to electronics brands, you can't really get things made. Or can you? I don't know, but I will research and let you know if I don't forget. So yeah, as I said before, I bought this cheap laptop online and I really like it. But that being said, I do still like to buy Sony. I think it's because I have this emotional connection with them and I associate their products with my childhood or my family. So everything I bought was Sony. My phone is an Xperia, my TV is a Bravia, my camera is an Alpha, my microphone I'm using is Sony. I have a PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, portable and Vita. My external hard drive and external batteries are Sony. My headphones and earphones are Sony. And my laptop is a Vaio. The Vaio has the best logo ever, by the way. Do a Bing image search. Yeah, I keep suggesting Bing in Yahoo because, I'm supporting the underdog. The underdog. I'm supporting the underdog. And I'm a bit of a hipster. Yeah. It represents, the Sony Vaio logo, it represents analog and digital. So the wave in VA of Vaio represents analog, and the IO of Vaio is like a 1 and a 0, which represents digital. When I found that out, I lost my mind. I was so amazed. I was like, what? That is crazy. Oh my gosh. I've had Vio for like 7 years. I only found out like last Sunday. That's amazing. So, yeah, I love Sony, but I am changing. I now use film cameras. And for film cameras, my favorite brand is Leica. I have a Leica Minilux, a Leica 3 from 1927, and my instant camera is a Leica Sofort. Basically, I like having sets. I like collecting things and having sets of the same brand. I don't know why, that's just how I am. But Leica is a great camera. I had one guy comment on the fact that I bought a German camera from 1927, and he said something like it was a Nazi camera or something like that. But actually, during World War II, Leica helped a lot of Jewish people, to escape persecution and escape the Holocaust, basically. So that's just another reason to buy and support Leica, because they have done some good things, some amazing things, and their products are just so cool and amazing. And you have to love them, because if you don't, you are just crazy. So, what about you guys? Do you have any particular brands that you like, or any websites that you like? Have you ever bought any tailor-made clothes? Would you like to? Do you go to value market shops, high street shops, high-end high street shops? Or do you only use ready-to-wear luxury brands? How about haute couture or handcrafted products? Let me know in the comments section, and let me know what other subjects, what other topics you want me to cover. And if there are any listeners who want to be a guest on Sham Talk, let me know. I would love to hear from you. I hope you enjoyed the podcast, and join me on the next one. Download the transcript from www.greensquare.jp/podcasts. That website is how have I forgotten the website? I just said it just now. www.greensquare.jp/podcasts. I love you all. Be good, be safe, and be blessed.